You just don't look through someone's stuff. We don't know if they're dead or not. We are choosing to live here.
Which option would be better?
I don't know, living in a
curiosity.
tent? That sounds pretty chill. I don't know. We don't know if these people are dead, alive. We don't know. We don't know anything. And if they do come back, we're gonna like give them a handshake. Oh, yes, I've been living here. I'm living in your house. What the thing is.
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you just...
There's water down here. I want to know where the skulk came from. And I think this sign notes it out pretty well.
Shall we go on an expedition?
Yeah, let's... Oh, you are going down another hole.
I think I know where the skulk came from.
You're just gonna keep going down.
Well, there's nothing stopping me from doing this, so... It looks like the area has been cleared. Yeah. There's no sensors or shriekers, which is what I would be worried for. But if the original occupant of the castle is dead, this is probably how they died.
What? Definitely a little bit of this? That's... No.
Oh, it's not the skulk that kills you, it's what comes with the skulk. You know? Let's see if we can find an example.
I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to find an example.
Ah, there we are. Come here. You see that structure made of bone down there? Have you seen one of these before?
No.
There's a lot of hesitation. Have you heard one before? Do you want to hear one?
What? You're gonna set... No, do not set that off.
I've had plenty of experience with these. You have plenty of chances before something goes wrong.
Do not set that off. That's a bad idea.
Backing away. Again, there's no risk for the first couple times. You seem scared out of your mind. I shouldn't have brought you down here.
You don't just play with that. That's idiotic. You could get yourself killed if you're careless with that. That's not something you should...
Says the one who's never seen it before. Should I head back to the surface? And out of this dark place?
Yeah, let's do that. Here.
There are no screamers here that I can tell, and we would have... Well, here exactly.
You set one off.
Where we stand, we are safe.
Good. You set one off. It's idiotic. You set it off like 2 more times. You set that off like 2 to 3 more times, it'll summon that soulless creature, as you called it, or whatnot.
Your knowledge is so intriguing to me.
Knowledge? I don't have any.
Oh. Because you seem to understand the concept of the ancient cities, don't you? The strikes. Look, I understand if that's information you don't want to tell me. That's fair. We all have our secrets.
That doesn't matter. Like, you still don't mess around with the Shrieker.
I know. I have before, and I have been punished for it before.
Consequences?
Yes,
yeah,
I have been
most
punished
have.
for it. No, most people haven't. The majority of people will rarely see a skulk, will rarely see a deep dark.
Good.
And those who do will normally stick away.
So you've seen one, but you choose to stay here? Because, that's logic.
I've seen enough of them that there is no real fear.
Okay, but that doesn't mean... I guess... No, but you've set it off enough times, then there's the fear that comes.
Yeah. It's avoidable. Had I accidentally summoned such a warden, then it wouldn't have taken long to get back up to the chute and return to the surface.
Oh, I could have killed you before you got the chance to do that.
I've heard people call the wardens more of an event than a creature, like a storm.
Yeah, the storm goes away eventually, but eventually isn't when you're down there. It'll be when you're either dead or you somehow escape. Somehow.
You can weather the storm. You can hide. You can escape.
Yeah,
the
but
cities were aware of that. The wool that was littered around that they used in all of their infrastructure.
Yeah, they walked on that, didn't they? They walked on all of that.
They had created a warden before they fell. So maybe they fell to the warden because they messed up, or maybe the warden that was there learned, or maybe they did something else and killed themselves some other way.
There's so many maybes. There isn't a good direct right answer to that.
Well, that's the fun thing about exploration. You don't actually ever truly learn what happens.
Okay.
Take this castle.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, do you know what happened to this castle?
No.
We can make inferences. A lot of the skulk is focused around the entrance. Perhaps there was a siege that was defeated here while the skulk was active in the area. But it's also active inside, which means, well, there was a bloodbath inside the building. There are living animals here, which means that somebody has settled here since that event. And perhaps even molded the skulk in the area to fit the design of their building. Which means whoever built this would have to be incredibly comfortable with living with the skulk.
But also know what it does. Because if they're living with it...
Perhaps they don't. Perhaps they're blissfully unaware.
If they're living with it, surely that means they know what it does.
Perhaps no screamers ever got the chance to grow on the surface.
But it goes in here?
Perhaps the original castle was infested fully. And the person who came in afterwards didn't have the chance to fully clean it up. But all of those are maybes, all those are perhaps events, something that might or might not have happened.
We might possibly find something eventually in here. Who knows?
Maybe.
How big this place is.
Maybe the person I'm looking for left, never to come back. Perhaps they died. Maybe the person I'm looking for is you. But there's no way to know.
So what? When you find that person, you're just gonna bring them back with you?
Well, I actually don't have much of a plan of what I'm going to do once I find that person.
What? They just tell you, hey, find this person. And you, what? No plan after that? Just that?
I was
just
given
find
a
that
location and told that there would be somebody here. Thought that I would meet somebody at some point that could help me in my quest, or perhaps to further my friend's motives. Who knows?
Friend's motives is good or bad?
Oh. That's the fun part, I don't know.
How they are a friend if you don't know their motives?
There are some things that would be better held closer to my chest for this time being.
Oh, I see what you're doing. That's
As long as there's information you would prefer to not indulge me with, there's information I would prefer to not. I mean,
you tell me your information, and I'll tell you mine eventually.
So an investment for a possible outcome.
No, it's not possible. The outcome will happen.
I'm not much a fan of long-term investments, you know. I prefer immediate outcome.
Oh, that's bull. You should wait like a day or like 24 hours.
So what, you'll be willing to tell me everything about yourself tomorrow?
What? Everything. A bit more, sure. What would you want to know, though? There's not really much to learn.
There's a lot of things that you haven't said.
Like what?
Possibly even more than you have said.
Okay.
The reaction you had to me explaining the mechanics of the skulk of the deep dark ancient cities. Your curious level of knowledge about how they operate, even though you claim to not know anything about them. Those sort of little things that make me think perhaps you're hiding something. Perhaps we could mention the fact that you seem to be slightly injured. But it's just nothing. It's just nothing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nothing. Okay, yeah.
Thus I rest my point. There is more things unsaid about you than things that you have said.
Yeah, that's my specialty.
Until I'm sure that I can trust that what you are saying is true, I have no reason to trust you.
What you are saying is true. Okay. Okay. Got it. Not clear.
Do you remember nothing of your past?
I remember some.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember some. But it's foggy. I remember.
I know how that feels. Go on.
Like, what's the shot? I remember, like, leather bags. Running, laughing. But, like, when I think of the people, that's fuzzy. Their faces are blurred.
And why did you end up on your own? Or is that something that's blurred?
I remember I had a emotion and then I ran. Fear, scared, determination. I just ran. I left a note and I ran.
You ran away from home?
Yeah. Siblings, parents, I ran away from all of them. And then I ended up in a not so welcoming place. Put it like that.
Oh, there are lots of places that could be considered unwelcoming.
Yeah, but when you have no knowledge on shriekers or skulk, and you end up there, I think you get a little...
You ended up in a deep dark?
I'm not going to answer that. That's foggy. I remember seeing that and that. Like, I remember seeing skulk everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if I remember seeing deep slate.
Raw or manufactured?
That's fancy words.
Was it... I don't have any on me. Was it the stuff that you'd find in caves, or was it like bricks?
No,
and
it was
tiles?
not. It was not stuff you could find in caves. That was very... It was broken, but it was not something you could find in a cave.
So... You were in an ancient city.
I guess so.
Oh, then
But
you're one of the lucky ones to have survived such an encounter.
Yep.
That sounded rather hesitant.
So what about you? What about you? What about you? What do you remember from your past then? Come on.
I think my past... I think...
No, you don't do that. No. Don't do
my
that.
past was rather... I would say normal, but I think I've lost quite a bit of my grasp on what is normal. But
What was it like?
calm. Peaceful. Bright, you could say.
Your family?
Some people left without any words. My sister left, and then my father left. A few years later, I left. So, in the end, there isn't much family there. I wanted to find fate to discover why everybody seemed to be leaving me, you could say.
They could have their own reasons. I know. I left my father, and like my whole family. I left all of them because I was angry over one fight.
I have a feeling a lot of people who've done that. One fight.
No, it was a big fight. I had my father, I think, a big fight. And then I lost my way back, so I could never go back anyways if I wanted to.
Sounds really painful.
But more
Did you
painful
ever
is
want
like,
to go back?
of course I did. After the warden seeing the warden, that scared me. I wanted to go run back, but didn't know where it was.
I guess any person after having a nightmare would only wish to see their parents.
Siblings. But I didn't know where to go. But I don't think your family left just because they wanted to. I think there's probably more to it than that. I doubt that your sister left because she could.
I've lived long enough to know there was a reason for everything. There must have been a reason why my father left, why my sister left.
Did your father die, or did he just disappear?
He had a row with my mother. I don't know what it was about, but I guess he decided that enough was enough at some point. Which, I mean, that's how it is, I guess.
Sad. Sad. It's one way of putting it, but I doubt. I have my doubts that maybe your father left because he just couldn't handle it. But I doubt that. I don't know. Siblings have a strong bond. I doubt that your sister left because of you. I doubt that. I bet she probably would have came back eventually.
I mean, what would make you think that?
A hunch, because I know if I could have gone back to my siblings and my family, I would have.
Oh, I'm sure after she left, she had her regrets, but Hmm.
You think she's dead?
No. I don't think so, no.
You think you're gonna find her eventually?
That's unlikely. This world is vast, though it's limited, it is still large enough that you could probably go for a lifetime without finding another.
There's also a chance that you could find her.
Oh, absolutely. But
Hey, I'm hoping that chance.
I feel we might be going in opposite directions anyway. One of us, I feel, perhaps she mightn't be exactly looking for fate if she ran away.
But you don't know why she ran away.
I have a feeling if it was, that's a good point, I guess.
Look, I want to give up faith. You called yourself Faith. Have faith.
Faith. I'm not looking for faith.
I believe that you'll find her, and she will. You guys will, like, not split into different routes. I believe that once you do find her, she'll stay.
I guess. It's unimportant to think about. If it happens, it happens. If we happen across each other, there you go. In the meantime, I'm going to be trying my best to find why this world is the way it is, which I think is a worthwhile goal.
That'll take ages.
Perhaps a lifetime. But
yeah,
if I can find it, or I can find somebody who will help me find it, there you go.